Okay, my research is about how urban dwellers are affected by the function of cafe as the third place. I focused on two functions, the social interaction function and the psychological function, which I clarified through a questionnaire. The concept of the third place was originally proposed by the US sociologist Oldenburg. He pointed out that home is the first place, work and school are the second place, and a cafe are often used as the third place. Cafes are used by many urban dwellers worldwide, but in Japan, the number of cafes has declined dramatically over the past few years, partly due to the impact of COVID-19. There has been a significant decline in the number of individually owned cafes, resulting in the loss of a place for socializing in the community. This study reveals that cafes, as the third place in Japan, are not only a place for socializing, but also a function of well-being. That's all. It is that the use of a cafe as the third place differs from country to country. As I mentioned in the presentation question, for example, in Japan, many people renovate their homes and start cafes. But in the US, there are not such people. The challenge was to make a presentation based on the premise that the situation of cafes differ from country to country. Fortunately, this topic was of great interest to the participants, and after the presentation, there were lively questions and discussions, and many ideas are exchanged. Yes. At first, I like research, and moreover, I was very excited to see how my research would be evaluated by researchers from other countries. I was looking forward to talking to many people at the conference. Fortunately, I was able to get a lot of insights from the question and discussions. Yes, speaking of the situation in Japan, Japan is a non-English speaking country, and although we usually have discussion among Japanese in Japanese, we do not often have discussions in English with researchers from other countries. I would like to recommend young researchers to challenge yourself to discussions at various international conferences and broaden your opportunity. You will discover a lot. Yes, it was the first time for me to present at such an international conference held in another country, but it was a very relaxed and enjoyable exchange of ideas. I received a message from your staff member. I met her at the conference in Malaysia, expressing concern for the safety of the earthquake happened in New Year. I am truly grateful for this heartwarming connection as well. I appreciate this opportunity. Please say thank you to her. And also, thank you for inviting me to this interview.